the way he said the N-word really made me believe that this man was a Negro. Like, he had me thinking he was black. He said it with that passion. Like, Yo! Welcome back to the Fem X Melanin podcast. I am your hostess with the mostest, Raven Leah, and welcome to episode 6. What? I literally can't believe we're at episode 6 already. This is crazy. Time is flying. Time flies when you're having fun. That's how the saying goes, I'm pretty sure. But bro, you know, I have to ask the question, how are you? How are you doing? How is school? I know we're in final season. I'm technically going through that right now. I have so many papers I should be working on right now, but I'm filming this podcast because I love you guys. But yeah, how are you guys doing? Summer's approaching us soon. That's cool. I mean, I'm personally doing great. We as a family are doing great. Did y'all hear the news? We hit 10K a couple weeks ago. That's crazy. Shout out to everyone who was at the 10K live party. That was so fun. We're currently at like 11.2K right now, which is so awesome. I am so grateful. Wow, this is crazy. I mean, the live party was really fun. Shout out to all the people who were there. I almost got banned a couple times, but besides that, it was good. During that 10K live party on TikTok, we finalized our official fan base name. And if you were at the live, you already know. Actually, my good friend, TikTok friend, Mo, he's really cool. He actually joined the live and he's like, whoa, what if we name it this? So the official name for the fan base is the Fem Fam. And I am obsessed with it. Oh, and we also have an official fan page now. What? A fan page? That's crazy. Who am I? Oh my gosh. It's at Fem X Melanin on Instagram. And it's really cool. If you want better updates and stuff, I recommend following that account as well as mine. Oh my gosh. So I also did a poll on my Fem X Melanin Instagram asking if you guys would be down for merch. And surprisingly, a lot of y'all said yes. So stay tuned. I'm working with some people for that. I'm just overwhelmed with all the love I'm receiving. It's crazy. But guys, there's a secret I've been keeping for so long. And I'm so excited I get to share it with you now. I mean, I announced it today on my Instagram, but by the time this comes out, it's probably going to be 2 days later. But basically, you probably already know if you follow me, but FemXMelanin got featured in a magazine. Can we get some applause in the studio? There was definitely applause. You know, it's a dynamic mic, so you can't really hear anything outside of the mic. There's definitely a bunch of people. I'm not sitting in my room filming this episode at 3 a.m. by myself. Why would I do that? I have my life together. So that sounds like something someone would do if they didn't have their life together. Am I wrong? Anyway. But yeah, we're in a freaking magazine. What? This is crazy. The magazine is really cool. It's by Jen Black Zine. It's really cool. It's a magazine that's based on early 2000s fashion. It's very aesthetic. I already got 2 copies that's coming in the mail. I can't wait to actually look at it because I haven't really seen the page yet that I'm featured in. So I'm going to be just as surprised as you guys when you get it. But if you want the magazine, you're able to order it online. I have a discount code if you guys are down and you want to. Just DM me and I'll give you the discount code. I don't know if I'm supposed to do that, but I'm going to help y'all out. We all on a budget here. But yeah, it's really cool. There's so much more you could learn from that magazine. There's a bunch of black creators, black fashion, very aesthetic. So the link is in my bio on TikTok and Instagram if you want to order the magazine. It's really cool. And also, if you get the magazine, make sure you, of course, tag me in it so I can repost it. That'll be awesome. Okay, anyway, now that I've gotten the updates out the way, it's time for the tea of today's episode. Okay, so a lot has happened since last episode I just really need to take a breather between these two episodes. That's why this one's coming out a little later than I wanted it to, but I had so much to process. I had to figure out a lot of things, but we're here. We're thriving. We're alive. Okay. I don't know if y'all seen the Demi Lovato video that's going it's going around. But bro, it's basically her overreacting over frozen yogurt for 8 minutes straight. So I watched the video so you don't have to. Okay, if I could like sum it up into one phrase, I would probably say celebrity privilege. So for those who really haven't seen the video, I'll explain what's going on. So Demi basically gets on live and talks about her experience with not being able to get the type of froyo she wanted because she got triggered. What did she get triggered by? I'm about to get into that. So basically, since she suffered with like an extreme eating disorder in the past, I guess seeing labels like sugar-free and dairy-free or something trigger her. I don't know. I don't want to laugh because this is serious. This is serious matter. But yeah. So basically, having those options somehow make her mad. I guess she really just that day she expected to come into the frozen yogurt shop and just be able to splurge and have the type of froyo she wanted, which is basically regular, not any dietary yogurts. But I think the froyo shop didn't just have sugar-free; they had every flavor. It's just she didn't want them to be inclusive. I'm still trying to understand this story. I don't really get it. But bro, like, so I'm gonna insert like a direct quote so you don't think that I'm overreacting. But this is what Demi says in the video. She said, and I quote, "I left that yogurt store and didn't get the yogurt that I wanted, and then I had a hard time for the rest of the weekend." Oh, to be a celebrity. Like, these are not me. Why am I stuttering? These are first world problems. Like, what makes me laugh is how she says, like, in the video, she's like, "I'm willing to work with this yogurt company to come up with better ways to, like, not trigger people," basically. And I'm just like, this yogurt company has been here longer than you. Do you think they need your help? Like, just because you're a celebrity doesn't mean that everyone gives a heck about what you have to say. Like, they could care less. They're making money. Just because you got triggered doesn't mean anything. Like, Demi, I hate to break it to you, but surprisingly, there are such things as people with epilepsy. Like, most people with epilepsy can't consume sugar, right? So, like, it's very important for people with those issues to have options when they go to a frozen yogurt store, because they deserve frozen yogurt just as much as other people who don't have epilepsy. Because, like, most people with, like, when you have epilepsy, you can't consume sugar, so you're gonna need those sugar-free options, and you're gonna need the sign in the store to say sugar-free, so you know. And okay, like, Demi, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, I know it triggered you mentally, but epileptic people could literally get triggered, well, aka have a seizure, if they consume sugar. Like, Demi, if it bothers you that much that a froyo company is being inclusive and having options and basically having healthier options for people who need it, then I really recommend you go to McDonald's. I promise you won't get triggered there. I promise you they're not going to have something labeled sugar-free there. Their ice cream machine probably won't be working. But besides that, if you go on a good day, I'm pretty sure you will not get triggered. That's probably where you should have went if you didn't want. I just don't understand the situation. I wish I could make sense out of this, but I guess what Demi is saying, like, she doesn't mind them being inclusive, but she doesn't want it to be labeled sugar-free. She wants it to be labeled, like, epileptic vanilla. Like, I don't get it. Celebrities. Like, she really expects people with epilepsy to come into the store and be like, "Oh yeah, can I have the epileptic vanilla little chocolate chips in there. Like, what? And okay, the reason I can talk about this, I personally have suffered with eating disorders, body dysmorphia, still kind of going through that. So I understand how some of this stuff could be triggering, but like attacking a small company because of this, no. Life is bigger than this. We have bigger, better problems to worry about. Yeah, it's a hassle, but the world surprisingly doesn't revolve around us and our issues. Surprisingly. I don't know if Demi knew that, but my message to Demi is, Demi, just please humble yourself. But no, what made me absolutely lose it at the end of the video, it was when she says this, and I'm quoting this again so you guys don't think I'm just pulling this out of nowhere. She says, and I quote, "Being a celebrity is exhausting sometimes. I need a mental health day." If all you have to worry about as a celebrity is getting triggered by a froyo company being inclusive, then I want that life. Sign me up. Like, I wouldn't have to worry about anything. Like, dang. Demi has to worry about getting triggered by a shop being inclusive, and I have to worry about not getting shot by the cops. You and I are not the same. Yeah, I just feel like every day there's something new. Every day there's a new story with something going on. It's keeping life entertaining, though. So I already know some of y'all have seen that Burger King video circling around Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. If you don't know what I'm talking about, good for you. But it's everywhere. It's basically a video of a white man. I'm going to emphasize white because in this video he claims he is West African. We'll get into that later. But anyway, it's this white dude wearing a Burger King hat. And apparently someone's like sitting in a seat. I don't know if anyone was ever sitting in a seat, but he yells, "Get that N-word with a hard R," then BITCH, off the plane. He said that to someone. Like, he said, he's throwing around the hard R. No remorse. He is a menace. A menace to society. This dude, bro, okay. And okay, listen. This, if you saw the video, you know that it's wrong on every level, but I would like to be honest with y'all. I want to always be honest with you. And I'm just gonna let you know, please don't get mad at me, but when I first saw the video, I laughed so hard. Like, usually you'll think like, okay, black people will get triggered. There's a white dude throwing around the N-word with a hard R, but like, no, it was just a different thing. Like, it's just like, at this point, nothing white people say can shock me anymore. Therefore, I won't get offended. Like, this is nothing I haven't heard before. Like, was I supposed to be like, oh, white people use... No! Like, there are racist white people still. There will always probably be racist white people in this world. But I literally just laughed. Like, and for many reasons. I'll get into that. I just laughed at the simple fact of the confidence that this man had. The confidence. The way he said the N-word really made me believe that this man was a Negro. Like, he had me thinking he was black. He said it with that passion. Like, bro, like I said before, a menace to society. Like, no. No, and then after, if you guys watch the video, the way he smirks after he said it, after he says, "Get that N-word B off the plane," the way this man smirked and gave that person the side eye, I was like, bro, I was laughing. He was giving me very much Joker. Like, I saw this comment that this person said, he's like, "This person is a human embodiment of the waking up and choosing violence." But no, I disagree. He is the human embodiment of waking up and choosing racism, choosing hate crime. So apparently he was traveling from New York. No, he was traveling from Jamaica to New York. Why was he in Jamaica? I don't know. But no, if you look at the video, he really looks like the type of white person. He looks like the type of white person that goes, you know how there'll be white people, they'll go on a cruise and then they're able to get their like hair braided in the Bahamas by a person on the street for like $5. I was surprised this man didn't have dreads in his hair. But I have a theory, because the way this man said it, the way he was just throwing around the N-word with the hard R in that whole video, it made me believe that someone hyped him up in Jamaica. Someone told this man before he got on the plane, when he was leaving to go to New York, someone in Jamaica, a Jamaican had come up to him and be like, brother, you're black. You are part black. I want you, as soon as you get on that plane, as soon as you start heading to New York, as soon as you get into America, use the N-word with the hard R as much as you want. Because there is no way, there is no way he's just doing this. Someone had convinced him that he was part black to go on with this. It's like, it reminds me of, like, you know, when a kid asked their parent if they could, like, say a curse word, not a curse word, or even, like, maybe something that a kid shouldn't say, like shut up or something. A kid says, Mom, can I say shut up or whatever? And then the mom's like, okay, fine, only this one time. And then the kid just, like, goes off. Like, when he gets the moment, he's like, shut up! Like, that's what I feel. That's the same energy I'm getting from this video. He was just ready. As soon as he got on the plane, he was ready. He's like, okay, I got permission from my fellow Jamaican family. They said I can do this. But honestly, on a real note, thank you, white people, for always keeping us entertained. Speaking of white people, let's talk about police brutality, shall we? Okay, here we freaking go again. I'm pretty sure y'all know about the situation with Ma'khia Bryant. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. But basically, she called the cops. She was getting jumped by these other kids. Cop ends up shooting her 4 times. But, like, before I go into this story and how I view this story, my opinions on it, I just want to give a little disclaimer, a little PSA to people. I would say to non-black people in particular, this is a disclaimer for you. So if you're not black, please listen closely to what I'm about to say, because I feel like it's something you really need to understand about black people. We as black people do not enjoy talking about these situations. It is nowhere near comfortable for us. We don't enjoy posting it on our social media, having it always be talked about on the news. We don't get a rise out of it. We don't post it so we can get sympathy, so people can know we're oppressed, and to just make it seem like we're woke. Like, it's not an easy topic to talk about. It makes me feel uneasy a lot when I talk about it on my podcast, but I know it's important to have these conversations and to inform other people who don't know, and to just, basically have these conversations, because they're very important to have. But I just want to let you know that black people, we don't enjoy this. Like, when we talk to other people, when we go on our social media and see, oh, new shooting, racist cop kills this, it is draining, because, especially for me, because I'm like, okay, this could have been my father, this could have been my brother, this could have been my sister, this could have been my mother, this could have been me. What the heck? Like, no. Like, this, it's heartbreaking, and it should feel that way for you. So when you see black people using their voice to speak out on subjects like these, topics and situations, it's important to listen, and it's important to know we're not just posting about this to just prove that we are oppressed. It's actually hurting us. It hurts me when I see someone who looks like me, someone who looks like my dad, like, die. It's like, whoa, because this could have been me. Like I said earlier, I hate to repeat myself, but I'm just trying to get that point across. But I just don't think people that are not black, I don't think they understand how frustrating it is to see it happen so much. It's not just sad, it's like you feel like a part of you, like you yourself feel affected. And if you're black listening to this, I'm pretty sure you know how I feel. But you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying when I'm saying this. We kind of feel like, whoa, okay, we lost another one to a racist cop. When is this going to stop? Okay, so I guess this is kind of the topic of today. I'm kind of like not trying to have that structured format because my podcasts they like to flow. And I feel like when I try to structure it more, it doesn't come out correctly. So I'm still trying to learn my flow. So I guess we can call this the topic of today. It's just something I want to talk about and I'm going to talk about it. But anyway, so surprisingly, I'm seeing a lot of people on TikTok saying, well, the cop is in the right after watching the video, blah, blah, blah. And so there's black people saying it. So I'm like, okay. And I just want to put this out there. I'm not the type of person that's going to just side with the majority of people because majority of people are feeling this way. I'm going to do my best to do my research and figure out what I believe, what I stand for, what I think, because we all can have our own opinions. I'm always open to looking at both sides, even if one side is less followed by the other. And I encourage you all to do the same. Like, you hear me talk about certain things on my podcast. I'm very opinionated. I mean, it's my podcast. You're going to hear a lot of my opinions, but it doesn't mean you necessarily have to agree with them. I encourage you to do your research and not just like take everything I say and roll with it. Sometimes I could be wrong. Opinions can change too. I feel like a lot of people are scared to change their opinions even when you know you're wrong. Like, you know, when you're in an argument with someone or like a fight and you realize like, whoa, they're actually making sense, I'm in the wrong, but you still just want to be prideful. That's why I feel like a lot of us are in these situations when it comes to police brutality and everything and politics. Yeah, of course, politics. But no, I'm hearing what a lot of black people were saying, like, oh yeah, the cop was in the right. And so I'm like, okay, let me watch the video. I didn't even want to watch the video. I hate Twitter for this reason. Like, it will just pop up randomly. Like, okay, now that just ruined the rest of my day. Thank you. Yeah, it was sad to see, but so the other side's argument is basically saying she had a knife with her and he had no choice but to shoot her. And here's my response to that. Like, and I know some people are saying tasers probably wouldn't be effective in this situation and he had to act fast, but death shouldn't be the end result. It shouldn't just be one or the other. Death shouldn't, like, this is a life we're talking about. Like, the cop shot the girl 4 freaking times. Like, he definitely was trying to end her life and not de-escalate the fight. And I also feel like people forget that cops shouldn't be out here murdering people and killing people just like that. Like, that's not a normal thing. Even if you're guilty or innocent. Like, that's not their job. And I feel like it's just so weird. And then you have, like, Karens on, like, Facebook and everything responding to videos like these being like, oh, well, maybe George Floyd deserved to die or something. I mean, back in 2005, he robbed a convenience store. And I'm just like, okay. And back in 2019, you probably committed tax fraud. Like, get the heck out. Like, what? If we all were defined by our past, we would all be considered horrible people. And it's not up to cops to just be ending lives. We get one life. Life is so precious. And to just have cops get away with murder, we shouldn't normalize that. That shouldn't be normalized. And it's basically getting normalized. Cops just really be doing everything but their job. Everything but their job. That's honestly why I have more respect for firefighters. They're actually saving lives. Like, all cops be doing is getting triggered by black people holding wallets and things that look nothing like guns. And then they end up murdering them because, like, oh, I thought they had this, I felt threatened. Like, you're the one with the firearm, sir. Why are you so on edge? Why do you have this job? If you're a person who's always on edge, why are you a cop? Pick a new profession. Like, what? Like, oh yeah, y'all remember that time the lady murdered that young black dude because she thought she pulled out the taser, but it was a gun? How do you make a dumb mistake like that? That's just, you don't deserve to have any job. That's not a mistake. Not even a mistake. I don't believe that was a mistake. You can't make I don't think anyone on this earth is that incompetent. They're really just letting anyone become cops, and that's the problem. Not anyone. racist people with anger issues become cops. They're letting racist people who are always on edge become cops, I shall say. And then some people, like, I always think about this, you know, when you get pulled over or whatever, you're gonna have black people who are nervous and on edge because, you know, stuff that's happening in the media. So it's normal for them to be a little shaken up. But, like, the fact that cops get to feel threatened and just shoot like that and get away, it's so stupid. Civilians shouldn't have to be prepared for a cop. Like, the cop has a firearm on them. Like, if someone has a gun, if someone comes to me and they have a gun and I know they have a gun on them and that they're able to just end my life like that, I think I'm gonna feel some type of way. I think I'm gonna get a little shaky and nervous in some type of way. Cops don't have the right to be on edge. Quit your job. Like, if you are, it's not the job for you. I don't know, work on Walmart. Work at Walmart or something. Like, but no, back to Ma'khia Bryant. My point is, like, she should still be alive. This is not me saying that she was doing everything correct in that video. It's kind of hard to see what's really happening in that video. I think they all were in a fight over something, but no one's life deserved to be finished that day. But situations like these just really show how little cops care about black people. The fact that this man was able to shoot the girl 5 times. He didn't try to shoot her for her to drop the gun. Like, you could shoot someone in the knee, right? Or the leg. Like, they could probably get paralyzed from the leg down, like, but not die. This cop wanted to end her life. That just shows they don't see black people as worthy of living. They don't value black lives. I mean, if you don't believe me, look at the way they treated that, what's that dude's name? I don't know his name. His name's doesn't even matter. But the church shooter, he went into a church full of black people and killed a lot of them. I don't know if it was all of them, but he killed a lot of them. And then the police put the dude in handcuffs, right? They take him to Burger King for his last meal. And this dude is still alive to this day, even though he had firearms on him. He killed people, but they still treated this dude like he was innocent, like he did nothing. But then you have innocent black people out here getting murdered because they're black. Like let's just compare and contrast this situation. That dude had firearms on him. And then it makes me think about all the innocent black people who lost their lives, like Tamir Rice. How was he? He was very, very young. He was playing with a toy gun or something. It was a child, though. Like, that's the thing. Like, you have people like Tamir Rice who literally lost their life. Then you just have a mass shooter that's white just vibing in jail, probably making friends right now. If that's not white privilege, I don't know what is. But I don't know if y'all heard what Chris Cuomo said on TV. Bro, let me just quote it because it was mind-blowing what he said. But if you didn't see it, he basically said, police brutality and all this madness won't stop until white people's kids start getting murdered. And I had to after hearing that, I'm like, wait, first off, did a white man just say this on live TV in front of a lot of white people? How is he still employed? Like, but I appreciate him for speaking out because think about that. It's so true. Like, imagine innocent white kids start getting shot by cops. You already know all the Karens will be like, ACAB, defund the police. We gotta do something about these cops. And the crazy thing is, watch how fast everything will change. Because you have white people speaking up on it. Because white people are getting affected by it. Police defunded. That's crazy. No, you'll literally just have white people being like, okay, this is getting out of hand with these cops. No, we need to do it. And then they'll actually start making change. Like, it won't be a problem anymore. That's why white people just feel so like, they treat these situations like it's politics. They're like, oh, well, if he just complied. No. Watch that be your son. I already know I already know you'll be on TV cursing everyone out, yelling ACAB. They never want to put themselves in other people's shoes and just try to... Yeah, I don't even know at this point. It just gets me so frustrated. I literally hate talking about this, but it needs to be talked about, so we're doing it. But I don't know. I appreciate Chris for speaking out on that. It was really very much needed. And if you're a white person and you can agree with what Chris said, I have so much respect for you. It shows how mature you are. It shows that you're able to look at the reality of things and agree with it. Like, yeah, this is a problem. White privilege exists. But I was talking to my friends the other day, and I'm trying to light up the mood a little bit. But I was talking to my friends the other day, and we were trying to figure out who we would save in a race war. And of course, my first person would definitely be Chris Cuomo, and then a second person, most likely, you already know, Chris Jamal Evans. But we're not going to get into reasons. You already know the reasons for that. Do I have to explain? He's saved. I promise you, if something came out like Chris Evans being racist or saying the N-word, it's gonna be a sad day for black women. It's gonna be a sad... But the thing is, I feel like you'll definitely have a bunch of black women on TikTok being like, well, what context did Chris say it in? Like, what was he referring to when he said the N-word? Because we have to look at it different ways, guys. I might be up there with it. I'm kidding. I am no coon. Anyway, my next person that I would save if there was a race war would definitely be John Mulaney, because John Mulaney. I wonder if I could do a John Mulaney impression. Wait, what's that one skit that it's like he's at the airport. He's like, okay. I can't do it. Oh my gosh. Ew. Wait, hold up. No, give me some time. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it. Let me think of something he says. He's like, here's this meal voucher that doesn't work. Go fetch. I'm so sorry you had to witness that. I tried. I don't know what I was doing. Anyway, moving on. Who's the next person I would save? Let me see if I can get some women in here. Sadly, there isn't any white women that I would save if there was a race war. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, okay. I'll get back to y'all on the white women that I would save. I just don't have that many options. I don't know. So I was in the shower the other night, and I get these like late night shower thoughts, and I always have to like get out and write it down on my phone, and it came to me like it was a realization, like it was a message sent from God. I promise you, this probably wasn't sent from God. I'm not gonna put him into this. This is just 100% me. But I was thinking about slavery. Why was I thinking about slavery in the shower? I don't know. I have problems. But I had a realization. Like I think I know why white people enslaved black people. Like, I think I figured out slavery. This all came to me while I was in the shower, okay? Just hear me out, please. Before you jump to... Just hear me out. I think it was literally because they couldn't do their own work. Like, they... And when I say that, like, I'm not just saying that. I'm saying, like, they literally... Not figuratively, but literally, they literally couldn't do the work that slaves did. They weren't built, like... No, and I'm nowhere near justifying for this. It's just like a funny thought, so please don't cancel me. But no, listen. You know how white people have to like wear sunscreen or they'll actually turn into a tomato? Imagine if the roles were reversed for a sec. I sound like a white person. But wait, if the roles were reversed... No. But listen, if the roles were reversed, imagine you have white people, slaves, and then you have black people, like, being slave masters. Imagine a white person picking cotton, and then, like, they go out to Massa, and it's like, Massa, I'm sorry, do you somehow by chance have, like, SPF 90? Like, I'm burning out here, my skin... Like, black people are just built different. Again, I'm not justifying this. This was just a funny thought. Slavery was wrong on every level, and it should have never happened. Just want to clear that out. Put that in the air. Would you look at the time? It's time for tea time to come to an end. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you laughed a little bit. But most importantly, I hope it was informal somehow. I mean, my main goal is for this podcast is to talk about life, rant about my life as a Gen Z female with melanin in her skin, but it's also to talk about topics that matter. And I hope you guys are at least taking something from this. I hope it's entertaining. I hope it's informal. I hope it's all of the above. But also, wait, hold up. I didn't forget. You thought I forgot. If you made it to the end of this episode, DM me the ice cream emoji, the ice cream cone emoji. And that is in honor of, Demi's week being ruined because she got triggered over a froyo company being inclusive. So, all right, guys, it's been real as usual. Make sure to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And update on YouTube. I'm trying. I'm trying to teach myself how to work Adobe. Just be patient with me. I know y'all want it on YouTube, and I'm working. See you next time. Bye. Look at my coffee cup. Isn't that cute? Okay, I gotta go to bed. It's like 4 a.m. We did it, Joe.